Morning everyone, welcome to Phillip Island, part 4 of our southeastern Australian electric vehicle holiday road trip with our family, more specifically in our Tesla Model 3 Performance. In these videos, we're going to show you how easy it is to do a comfortable road trip in an electric vehicle here in Australia. Every morning we're going to tell you what we're doing in terms of route planning, and throughout the day we'll try to document the charges in the area, including Tesla and some non-Tesla EV charging stations as well. At the end of each day, we're also going to go through how much we travelled and also how much we paid in charging compared to a petrol vehicle as well. Okay, so this is the new electric vehicle charging station here in Crows on Phillip Island, which is the main town here on the island. And as you can see here, it is run by Bass Coast, and it's so good that they can have electric vehicle charging stations here for us to use here. And let's have a look here. It says limited to 2 hours charging, no overnight charging. That's really important. Powered with 100% renewable energy. For faults, contact, the details are down there. And it says here, target zero net emissions by 2030, working towards zero net emissions. That's fantastic to see. Thank you very much, Bass Coast, indeed. Okay, so let's have a look at the chargers here. So there's a Tesla destination charger on one end there. And then Joy's got the plug for the Type 1 charger. That's interesting, a Type 1 AC charger on this box here, which is just a generic non-Tesla charge box. That's good for non-Tesla vehicles. And then as I go across to this side, there are two non-Tesla charger boxes. This one doesn't have a cable, so if you've got your own cable, that'd be great. It is Type 2 though. And then Joy is also going to pull out another Type 1 charger there. So that's good that they're still supporting Type 1 vehicles as well. So thank you, Joy, for that. So if you've got a Type 2 vehicle, which is most modern EVs, then you'll need your own cable. All right, let's plug in and see what charging rate we get with the Tesla destination charger. Okay, so Joy's going to plug in 1 second, but before we do that, I'm just going to show everyone that I moved the car just to the left spot here because we had the car in this center spot, but the Tesla destination charger doesn't actually reach in that middle spot, so you've actually got to have the car on this side. And yeah, that's the length of the cable there that Joy's got, so in order to use it, you've got to have the car on this side, and Joy's going to plug in. Okay, that's good, that's flashing green, and we're just going to check the car. Okay, so just having a look at the charging rate now. So we're getting the full 11 kilowatts, 3-phase, which is fantastic. So 16 amps, that's really good. So thank you very much, Bass Coast. As you'll note, we've got 91% state of charge already, so we're not going to stay too long here at all. So we're going to move the car and have a look at the rest of the area. Okay, so we're actually in the transit centre car park, which is kind of still under construction over there, but the buses do hang around here. And the town centre is just ahead there, a few blocks that way, so about probably a 5-minute walk. So very close if you want to park your car here and walk over there while the car's charging. Okay, so we've just spent the last hour or so at the Phillip Island Chocolate Factory, had a great time. And we are going to now drive off to Melbourne to our next stop, spend a couple of nights there. And I just want to give a quick shout out to the Phillip Island townhouses where we spent last night in Phillip Island. Fantastic place to stay, so make sure you check them out if you're in the area. And yeah, let's have a look at the route today. So currently it's 11:42 a.m, 87% state of charge. Let's scroll down here. When we get to Melbourne, Docklands, which is where we're staying, it'll be 59% state of charge. We'll reach there at 1:41 p.m. It'll take 1 hour and 58 minutes and a total distance of 127 kilometers. So a pretty easy driving day today. All right, let's get on the road. All right, everyone, we are in Melbourne, or at least on the outskirts of Melbourne. Took a bit longer to get from Phillip Island because we stopped for lunch. But yeah, we are well and truly in the city because, as you can see, there is traffic ahead of us, which is actually not a bad thing in a Tesla because I've actually got it on autopilot at the moment. And I know the speed limit is 40, so I might drag it down like this with my right scrolling wheel. You can see the arrow bringing it down like that. Drag it to 40. There we go. Even though it allows it to go to 100, but because the speed signs are electronic at the moment with the roadworks, it doesn't pick up the electronic speed signs. So I've got to manually set it to 40. And in stop-start traffic, it actually works really well, Autopilot. You can tell it's an Autopilot because it's the blue tram tracks there. But my hands are still on the wheel, but even in stop-start traffic, as you can see there, you know, it's just following the cars ahead of me really nicely. And it's actually less fatiguing because the car is just, now with regen braking available at low speeds, it's just following the cars quite nicely. And I can even, you know, follow the car even closer if I want, so I might drag it down to number 1 there. And now I can just watch when the traffic slows down again. The car will actually get closer to the car ahead. Okay, so everyone, we are back on 100 kilometers an hour. The traffic has cleared, so we're back on Autopilot. And I just exhibited some of the lane changing abilities of the FSD package, which unfortunately is not included with the basic Autopilot, but this is tram track blue lines here, and it's great because it's good. It's good. That was Waze, by the way. So it's good on roads like this with you know, multi-lane roads going at pretty high speeds, even in the city. Very handy feature of Teslas, of course, Autopilot. Okay, so we're just exiting on Toorak Road now. I'll just take cruise control off. There we go. We've got it on avoid tolls. I'll just show you real quick.
Now take exit 4 on the left.
I just wanted to see more of Melbourne, so that's why I've got it on avoid tolls. A bit more interesting than the freeway, I guess.
Left onto Toorak Road.
And exiting now. Alright, I'll see you guys real soon. Wow, hello Melbourne! Here we are. We're staying tonight at the Docklands Private Collections Apartments here in Docklands in Melbourne. I've got to show you this view. Check this out. Have a look at this. Wow, how spectacular is this? So lucky. And full credit to Joy, because she booked these apartments for us a few months ago. There's Marvel Stadium right there. Wow. Couldn't ask for a better view, really. Unbelievable. And I believe that's Southern Cross Station right there below us that we can see. Wow. Very lucky tonight. And there are all the people down there below us. Wow. Look at that. They're cleaning the tram lines. Let me zoom in for you. I was wondering what that noise was. Wouldn't that be nice if that was electric one day? Here we are at Docklands in Melbourne. Thank you very much. I've got an absolute craving for Singaporean Malaysian food tonight, so I'm going to check out this place, Kilini Kopitiam on Burke Street. Kilini Kopitiam, Singapore's favourite cafe. And good morning from Docklands Private Collection Apartments here in Melbourne. And thank you, Melbourne, for putting on such a glorious morning for me and my family on our road trip here around southeastern Australia. Absolutely gorgeous. We are very lucky indeed today. Okay everyone, it's evening of the second day here in Melbourne and we're now at 48% state of charge. We arrived in Melbourne with 55% state of charge yesterday and so we've lost 7% overnight. But that's to be expected. I've been in and out of the car, getting bags out and also doing a software update this morning, so I think that's a reasonable loss of range there. But that's okay because tonight we are going to go charge at the Richmond Supercharger here in Melbourne, and then that'll save us charging in the morning before we head on our way down to the Great Ocean Road. So let's head to Richmond now. Richmond Supercharger, 5 kilometres away. And it's always good to put the superchargers in the nav if you are heading that way. That'll help precondition the battery as well at the same time. That'll give you a faster charging rate. All right, let's head off. All right, everyone, we're 2 minutes out from the Richmond Supercharger. Preconditioning battery for fast charging, excellent. Turning left onto Chapel Street now. Beautiful bridge here.
In 200 meters,
almost
turn left onto Dale Street.
Turning onto the tram line. Sorry, everyone, Sydney sider driving here, so I'll do my best. I think I can. Oh, got a Model 3 zipping out in front of us. All right, I'm watching them drive onto the tram line. That's okay, so
Now
I'll do the
turn
same.
left onto Dale Street.
Looks like I have to turn left here. Okay, good. There's a guide. I've got another Tesla, so I'll just follow this one. It's good to know. I'm sure they're charging as well. Do you hear that whirring, faint whirring? That's the battery preconditioning. Get a faster
Now
charging
turn
rate.
left.
Oh, I can see it on the right. Aha, it's my first time here, everyone, so that's why I'm very impressed still. Quite nice at night, doesn't it? It's quite pretty.
Now your destination is on the right.
Stop. Okay, looks like we've got enough stalls. Try and do the courteous thing and not share stalls. 1, 2, but looks like we're going to have to today.
3, 4.
Yeah. Oh, there were more than that. It's only 4 charges.
Oh, this guy's going though.
But that's
And
also
then
paired.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll take this one. So it is what it is. If all stalls are taken, then you're just going to have to do what you got to do. I thought there were more stalls. I'm going to have a look when I get outside. Okay, so I'm going to plug in. Grab the top one, CCS2. Press the button. Charge port opens. Firm push. Excellent. We're good to go. Yeah, there's only 4 stalls, so 1, 2 here, 3 and 4. And this is more I don't know about, but here we go. And the showroom's right there behind us. And the signs do say 45 minutes max supercharging, which is good. And it's charging away there, flashing green, always a good sign. Okay, so have a look at this sign here. This is a high usage supercharger station. Charging limit is set to 80%. Adjust limit if needed. That's really good actually, because as I kept pointing out earlier, there's only 4 stalls. So, you know, we'll leave it at 80%, but I just want to test whether you can increase if you need to, because, you know, you might live in an apartment building without charging facilities or just no off-street charging. So if you really need the charge, then you can actually slide it up. Yeah, so you can slide it up if you really do need that charge, like that. But we'll do the courteous thing and leave it at 80% because we don't need that much of a top up tonight. And look, we've got 56 kilowatts, and it's going to take 25 minutes to add the extra 35% to get it to 80% or thereabouts. Okay, so at the end of day 5, I'm going to combine day 4 and day 5 in this part 4 video. So on day 4, we drove from Phillip Island to Melbourne. We started at 93% state of charge and arrived in Melbourne with 55% state of charge, travelling 153 kilometres. In Melbourne itself, the only travelling I did was between our apartment in Docklands and the Richmond Tesla Supercharger. We left the apartment at 48% state of charge, arriving at the Supercharger at 43%, leaving the Supercharger at 80%, arriving back at the apartment at 76%. As I explained in the video, the difference between 55% arrival in Melbourne versus leaving at 48% for the Tesla Supercharger 36 hours later reflects the phantom drain and also the software update I did as well today for our Model 3. Which means that so far we've travelled 1,298 kilometres in 5 days of our road trip. At the Richmond Tesla Supercharger in Melbourne, we started at 42% state of charge, topped up to 79% state of charge, and that took 25 minutes. We added 25.13 kilowatt hours to the car. The range added, according to the Tesla account, 109 kilometers worth of credit. To me and my family, it cost nothing because of the credit received from our generous viewers over the years by using our referral to buy their Teslas. For the average Model 3 driver, it would have cost $13.07 for this much of range added at 52 cents per kilowatt hour. For a petrol vehicle, being charged $2 per litre at an efficiency of 10 litres per 100 kilometres, this range of 109 kilometres would have cost $21.80, which means that after 5 days of travel, it's costing us nothing. For the average Model 3 driver, it's going to cost $90.89 so far using Tesla Superchargers. Now, I do understand that it might be cheaper using some third-party chargers. For example, NRMA is free in New South Wales and certain parts of Victoria and South Australia. And also some providers do allow for a discount if you're a member of some motoring association, so I do recognise that. However, for the purposes of this video, we're going to compare it with using a Tesla Supercharger. However, for a petrol vehicle that's adding this much range so far, it's going to cost $200.30, which means that so far driving an EV, in particular a Tesla Model 3, it's going to cost you less than half the amount of petrol if you were to do the same road trip in an ICE vehicle. Alright, let's summarize what we've done so far. So yesterday morning we left Phillip Island, we drove to Melbourne, we've been in Melbourne for the last 48 hours, and tomorrow what we're going to do is actually try to reach Warrnambool over here via the Great Ocean Road, of course. We're going to visit some spectacular scenery, so make sure you stay tuned for that video. We'll go through all that in the first part of the next video for route planning and the charging stops along the way. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching so far. Hope you're enjoying our road trip as much as we are. I'll see you for the next part of this journey. And as always, happy charging.